Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Angie, and just before we get started with the video, make sure you guys check out my other social medias. I'll make sure to link them below. Okay, I have an Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok if you like that kind of thing. I stream on Twitch every week. Ever since I moved to Tokyo, I don't have a set schedule yet, but if you guys would like to catch me streaming, you should check out my Twitch. I would really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Comment if you want. I would appreciate even the simplest comment. It helps with the algorithm. And today we have a Q&A. Tons of people have been asking me questions and like the same question over and over again. So I thought, you know, I'm in quarantine, might as well make one. So let's get started. The questions are down here, so that's why I'm looking down. So first question, how are you financially making it happen? I want to live there, but problem is making money while there. I'm on a student visa, and if you even want to be considered for whatever school you're applying to, you need to have a certain amount of money in your bank account to show the government that you're able to financially sustain yourself while in Japan for that certain period of time. So for me, for example, my period of time was supposed to be a year and a half. I'm supposed to prove to them that I have enough money in my bank account for that year and a half. So I've been working for around a year and a half and saving up all my money so I can reach that specific threshold in order for me to be able to apply to the school, get accepted, and do all of that stuff. So yeah. Now, while living here, currently I work remotely for my job, and that's for the time being. Now after that, I don't know. So, did you have help from someone who already lives or is familiar with Japan? No. I did have a company called Gogo Nihon. They helped me come here. They help tons of students who want to come and study in Japan. If you want to do research on that, you can definitely check out Gogo Nihon. They're really awesome. They made the process so much easier. And yeah. Why did you move to Japan? So it's always been my dream to move here. Like always been my dream to move here, and I never thought it was possible before, like when I was younger. But I started watching a YouTuber sometime when I was in college, who like moved over here all by herself, and she talked about how she did it and stuff like that. And there's tons of people talking about that too on YouTube, just like me now. So yeah, that inspired me, and I was like, I really can go to Japan. Like, it's not impossible to just go and move there. So I've been working for it since then, and yeah, I'm here. Basically, the answer to the question is it's always been my dream, so like, why not? Also, YOLO. Just do whatever you want to do in life. You can make it possible. How hard is it to find a place? I don't want to say it's hard. It all depends on your situation or your financial situation. But for foreigners, there's websites like Gaijinpot that make it really easy to look for apartments and houses in Tokyo and all over Japan. So I don't want to say it's difficult. I want to say it's pretty basic. I don't have any experience with it because I'm moving into a share house, not an apartment. So I know if I were to get an apartment, it would be more of a complicated process than the share house. But the process of me moving into the share house and all the paperwork and everything has been pretty easy. So also, I feel super weird today because I'm not wearing like a lot of makeup. It's not even about that. I'm just not wearing like a lot of blush how I usually do, like my anime blush that I have it all over. A little bit out of my comfort zone. Was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it. It's always been my dream, and now that I'm finally here, like, it still hasn't processed that I'm like, I'm in Japan, something I've been waiting for a really long time. When I was in Florida, I was dreading my time there. I was like, I cannot wait to leave. I cannot wait to leave and have something new and different in my life. So now that I'm here, I'm just like, I'm actually here. I'm not in Florida. It still hasn't processed, but maybe it's because I'm in quarantine and I'm not really allowed to like go anywhere and explore. But soon. Somebody asked me, you in Tokyo? I'm in Tokyo. How long did the visa process take and how expensive is housing there? The visa process, at least from start to finish, it's about 3 months, I want to say, maybe more. It's hard to say how long it specifically takes because everything got super delayed because of COVID, but I applied in May for the October term. By the time that I was applying in May and August, I already had the paperwork to get my student visa. So I wanted to say 3 months, and then once you start the visa process in of itself, it takes like a week, 2 weeks. It was really quick once I sent the embassy my paperwork. And then housing prices depend on where and what you're comparing it to. For me, coming from Miami, I think housing here is pretty affordable. You can get studios in Tokyo for $500, which is really cheap. You just have to really look. They're really small, but you can't find that in Miami. You can get a really nice 1-bedroom in Tokyo for like $800, $900. It all depends on your budget and what you're looking for. So honestly, I don't think housing here is expensive. I think it's pretty affordable in Tokyo. Now, if it were to be in the countryside, it's much, much cheaper for more space. So I think it's great. Somebody asked me, you know people up there? I met some Japanese people a couple years ago when I did a student exchange. And I just started recently meeting some foreigners that are going to the same school that I'm going to. We've been talking through Line, which is an app that a lot of Japanese people use here in Japan. So yeah. How did you find housing and roommates? So the company that I was talking about earlier, Gogo Nihon, they actually help you with accommodation as well, but not so much themselves. They more send your information and your details to companies that you might be interested in, and those companies talk to you and offer you what's available. Now, I didn't end up going through them. I ended up looking on my own for other housing online, and I spent days looking for something that I liked close to my school and for a decent price. I did end up finding something. Don't know my roommates, their names, or who they are or anything like that. I just know their gender, and I had to ask the real estate company about that, but that's all I know. So I don't really know who I'll be living with. I just know there's 5 other people living in the house that I'm moving into, but that's about it. Somebody asked, are there subtitles? No. Have you doki doki'd yet? No. How many maid cafes have you been to so far? No. Are groceries expensive? Do restaurants deliver? No, I don't think they're expensive. If anything, it's been cheaper than stuff back in America when it comes to like meat and vegetables. If anyone does groceries in America, like you'll understand these prices. So vegetables are just they're cheaper. I don't remember how much, but like I could get like a pack of mushrooms for like $1, broccoli for $1 or $2. Same thing with like I got a bag of onions, of like 3 or 4 onions for $1. They're all yen prices, but like they're around $1, a US dollar. I get packs of meat, pork, chicken. I can even get fish for $3. $3. And then do restaurants deliver? Yes, restaurants deliver. There's Uber Eats over here, and then there's other apps similar to Uber Eats. I know that Uber Eats has a lot of competition over here. I haven't used any of them. Yet though. What are you doing there? I'm going to language school here because that was just the easiest way to come and live here legally, by getting a student visa. It's expensive, but if you're rich, it's not expensive. But I'm not rich, that's why it took me so long to get here. But I'm a student. I'm gonna study Japanese language at a school here in Tokyo for a year and a half, I think. I'm not sure. we'll see, but my student visa is for 2 years. So, but I plan on staying here long term, but I never know what's going to happen financially and just overall in life, so we'll see what happens. Somebody asked, how's the air? The air is good. I can breathe just fine. It's pretty fresh. Good weather. Air is good. Good air. Did you move for work or studies? Also, how's the cost of living? Yeah, just like I said before, I moved to become a student, so I'm going to be here as a student. So definitely not work. I do plan on finding work. I'm in the process of talking to some modeling agencies, but I don't know how that's going to go financially, if it's going to be something I can live off of, but you never. Then the cost of living in Tokyo, again, it all depends on like where you're coming from, but me coming from Miami, I think the cost over here is just a bit cheaper or about the same. It all depends, like groceries to me seem cheaper, housing seems cheaper, and then public transportation, I mean, like I don't really need a car in Tokyo, so if you like have a car payment, you save up on that here in Tokyo because you can basically take the train anywhere here. So it all depends. Somebody asked, how is a warm orange juice? There. And those are most of the questions that I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is all for this video. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it. You just, hit that red button, that big red button that says subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to comment and like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!